I'm at a place in Rayong where if I want baby coconuts, I could literally pick them myself. How cool is that? Okay guys, this is my friend Ross.
Hello.
He is a subscriber of the channel and he is going to give us a little tour of this wonderful destination that we're at right now. This is in Rayong. I'm going to throw it up on Google Maps right now as Ross begins to speak to you.
We're at the end of what is known as Suan Son Beach or Piney Beach. And Piney Beach is what we're looking at over here in the distance that makes this long swooping curve of the land. The sky rises in the distance. Those are the beaches over at pt.1 where you've already done a little video. So that's probably a good 20 kilometers away, so you can get an idea of the view from one end to the other. What makes this area a destination for people, and you can see even on a day like today, there are even people here, and it's midweek, is there's a story of a Thai poet, and they have a little thing here. He's sitting there playing his musical instrument, and a mermaid came to listen to him. And he'd come here each day to play his music to visit the mermaid. And that's the whole story of this little area. My wife can tell it way better than I can, but that's the parts I remember.
Well, that was an interesting little something that you don't hear every day, right guys? But I have to tell you, the view here is absolutely spectacular. I've never seen a mermaid sculpture in Thailand before. This is definitely new.
And we got the other one coming right out of the water, looking like something out of the Statue of Liberty from Planet of the Apes. The beast coming out of the water, I believe if I remember the story, is that she was also trying to win his affection. But I have to get it clear for my wife. She explains it. She grew up here. This is her whole area of her life as we're living here. Right. What we look at over here, if you're looking straight out, that's the island of Ko Samet.
There's Ko Samet, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of us.
And the beach we're looking at is Hat Sai Kau, was where all the white sand is. Hat Sai Kau Beach is probably the best beach if you want to see sand that looks like cornstarch. It's that fine, and when you walk on it, you'll hear your feet go zzz, 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 like you're walking on a squeaky floor. It's the most amazing thing when you're walking on sand that's that fine, and even standing in water, you have to scrub the sand off your feet to get it off of you. It's that light.
So cool. I can't wait to do it myself. Now tell us about the beach right here.
Again, this is the end of Suan Son Beach, or Piney Beach, and it's surrounded all the way down to the city of Bon Pei by pine trees, right on the ocean, which is evergreens by the ocean. Doesn't really make sense in Thailand. You'd expect coconut trees, but not evergreens.
Right.
And we'll do on over there a little bit later. You'll be able to see how they've kind of made parking areas where the trees have fallen and there's a place to park. And it's right at the water's edge as opposed to coconut trees, which normally you find at the water's edge. Over here, this resort over here is fairly new. It is a very high-end 5-star resort. These rooms go for $200, $300 a night to start. But they have their own private beach. And when I first came here 15 years ago, this whole beach looked just like how these rocks do here. During the construction of that resort, they cleared all the beach of all the rocks and filled it with brand new sand to make it look that pristine like it is.
Now, we are currently looking at what off in the distance over here?
So the high rises, that's pt.1 Beach, where you were the other day, where the horseshoe-shaped beaches are. That's where those high rises you're looking at. Straight back over there, where the white sand is, that's going to be the city of Bon Pei. And over here is the mountain, and to get on the other side of it, you have to go around the mountain. And if we get lucky today, we have enough time, we'll go over in there, and you can see you actually have to drive around a small mountain. This time, there are no really big mountains on like the ocean, as you can see. But this is all still downtown Rayong, where it's downtown Rayong is in the distance there. And if you look at it on a map, you'll see that it kind of curves over to here, and then on the other side is where all the fishing boats go out. And we're going to hit Fisherman's Village here shortly, and you'll see where all the boats come in and bring all the fresh fish, fresh crab, fresh squid. You can buy it in the morning markets. This area particularly is known for the squid. This particular body of water, you can get squid, some giant squid, some medium squid, and baby squid, all coming out of here every morning. And when we go to the market in the morning, you'll actually see how fresh it is, that they still sparkle as they change colors. So you know it's fresh.
That is absolutely amazing. And this little view over here, I want to walk you guys out for a second, just to kind of give you point of reference, so to speak. We're going to walk up to the outlook for a second in just a minute, but
Go on the other side of the rocks here. We can walk up over here. This end of the beach, on the other end here, this is where all the large resorts are located. The resort hotels that are going to have the swimming pools, the gigantic 300+ room hotels. They're all going to be over there. They have their own private entrance to get into them. And that area is nothing but tourists. This area on this side is more Thai tourists. Not very many foreigners visit this side. Bonpei, yes, there are a lot of foreigners who live in Bonpei, and you can find all of the Western conveniences you're looking for, except a McDonald's, Burger King, but you will find 3 7-Elevens all within 2 blocks of each other, as well as a grocery store and a macro, which is like American version of Costco.
That's just like 3 7-Elevens. That's par for the course in Thailand, right?
You can't go 2 blocks without finding a 7-Eleven out here. That or a Starbucks or Amazon coffee.
That is so true. I love my Amazon coffee, man. I really do. So we're looking right now out. This is just, I can't get over the beauty of it. And this little island out here, I kind of want to walk on the edge here so I can get to.
Oh, walk down to the end and we can walk down. We don't have to try to.
Okay, cool. So
these beaches over here, you can take a day trip out to any of these beaches. These are all national parks, government owned. There's not going to be any facilities on them except the park ranger, maybe a bathroom, and you can get them on them for the day. They don't allow any sleeping. They don't allow any campfires or anything like that. But you're allowed to go in there in the morning, pretty much you could go there in the morning and be there all day by yourself, have a private beach. You may want to feel that you want to take off your clothes, but remember this is Thailand and people are still modest.
That's a pretty good rule of thumb right there. I like that. Don't. In other words, keep your clothes on, people.
Keep your clothes on. Yes, if you were in Ko Samet, you may see people walking around without their tops, but over here, it's still very modest. Ko Samet is a lot more European travelers. Oh, notice that these are rocks and shells. And all along the water's edge and the rocks here, you can find tons of baby oysters. And my mother-in-law, before she passed, she would come out here in the mornings, and the tide was low, and catch, or hunt, is a better way of putting it, oysters. And they would be about like this big, tasted like just like the Miragai Japanese oysters. Absolutely delicious. And if you've ever been to Ko Samet, you may remember these kind of rock formations that hit Hinyai Hinyad, I think it's the name of it, grandmother and grandfather rock. But it's just these kind of jetty rocks that pop out. If we look over here, I'm gonna see if we can find some baby oysters.